Have you ever had that feeling, that quiet shift inside, where you realize someone isn't just, you know, interesting, but they've actually made space for themselves in your world?
Yeah. Not the big fireworks kind of thing that just fades out.
Exactly. We're talking about something steadier, that real emotional care, the kind of pull towards certain people that makes you want to keep them close.
Like loving someone for who they actually are.
Yes. And that's what we're digging into today, right? The ingredients for that lasting emotional attraction.
That's the mission. This isn't just a feeling, it's more like the foundation, the psychological bond that makes a relationship deep and stable, not just fleeting.
It's the intimacy that grows slowly when you show your real self and, well, they accept it.
Precisely. So let's unpack that. We've pulled out 8 sort of key signs that show this deeper emotional thing is happening.
Okay, where do we start?
Well, like any solid structure, you have to start with the foundation, safety.
Right. Sign number one, you feel understood by them. It hits you almost immediately, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like you can physically relax around them, your shoulders drop.
You don't feel like you have to perform or edit yourself. You can just be.
And the psychology behind that is interesting. It's not about never disagreeing. It's more about feeling they get you even when you do.
How does that work? Like the mechanics of it?
Well, it often comes from shared stuff, right?
Hmm.
Interests, maybe similar experiences, or just understanding each other's feelings and opinions on a basic level that kind of anticipate how you might react, and crucially, they're okay with it.
Ah, okay. So it feels easy, fun, relaxed, not forced.
Yeah, and that openness, that comfort, that's the bedrock.
Yes.
Which leads perfectly into sign number 8. They seem far apart, 1 and 8, but they're deeply connected.
Okay, so sign 8 builds on that safety.
Totally. It's the ultimate test of that comfort. You can be vulnerable with them, really vulnerable.
Letting your guard down completely.
Yes. It's about being willing to show the gap, between the person you wish you were and the person you actually are, flaws and all.
But how do you know it's healthy vulnerability? Not just like dumping your problems on someone.
That's a really important distinction. Genuine vulnerability, the kind we're talking about here, it's shared without expecting a specific fix.
Okay.
You share your struggles or fears because you trust they'll respond with empathy, right?
Right.
Not because you need them to solve it or make you feel better instantly.
So the connection itself feels strong enough to handle the real you.
Exactly. That's what builds true intimacy, love, care, trust. And you absolutely need that feeling of being understood, sign 1, before you can get to this level of vulnerability. One enables the other.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Safety first, then openness. But, okay, safety is great, but what makes the relationship feel alive, active?
Yeah, right. Engagement.
Yeah.
That brings us to sign 2. You just love talking to them.
Oh, yeah. We all know this one, the conversations that just swallow the whole evening.
Or the late night texts you never want to end. You just get lost in it, laughing, sharing stories.
Losing yourself in the moment.
And it goes deeper than just having stuff in common to talk about. It's about finding them like endlessly fascinating, engaging.
So it's not just what you talk about, but how you talk.
Precisely. It's enjoying the way their mind works, the layers beneath what they're saying. The dialogue itself is just rewarding.
And so even talking about boring everyday stuff can be interesting with them because of their perspective.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That sustained fascination. That's the core of it. Which naturally leads us to sign 7. You don't get sick of each other.
Huh. That sounds simple, but maybe it's not.
Well, it's a really powerful sign. Think about it. If attraction was just that initial spark, that novelty, you'd get bored once you know them well.
Right. Familiarity can sometimes breed.
Mm.
Well, not contempt, but maybe boredom.
But with real emotional attraction, that doesn't happen. Even after tons of conversations, spending lots of time together, you still genuinely look forward to the next time.
Does that mean you never want alone time, though? Is that realistic?
Oh, no, not at all. It's not about being together 24/7. It's about whether being with them energizes you or drains you.
Okay.
With this kind of bond, no amount of time really makes you lose interest. It's stable. It moves beyond just excitement into this consistent happiness, this closeness.
Like going back to a favorite book.
That's a great analogy. You know the story, but you still love the experience.
Okay, so we have safety, vulnerability, fascination, endurance. What's next?
Let's shift to alignment, how you fit together internally and how you see each other. Starting with sign 4, your values are in sync.
Core values, like the big stuff, what you believe in.
Exactly, your fundamental principles. Things like integrity, compassion, what you consider important in life, they shape your whole worldview.
But couldn't someone just say they agree with your values early on, How do you know it's real?
That's a very sharp question. It's less about just agreeing on the surface and more about how you navigate disagreements when your values are tested.
Hmm.
When your core values genuinely align, you connect differently. It's deeper. You feel like you're operating from the same sort of moral compass. You naturally gravitate towards that. You get emotionally invested.
And that internal alignment, does it show up externally?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which brings us to sign 3. You admire a lot of their qualities. And this is deep admiration, not just finding them attractive or charming.
This is when you start gushing about them to your friends.
Pretty much. You have this deep respect for who they are. Their humor, maybe their intelligence, their kindness, how resilient they are.
You keep finding new things to appreciate.
Yes, and you actually tell them or show them, but it's nuanced too.
How so?
True emotional attraction means you don't just admire the big, obvious things. You also appreciate the little things, the quirks.
Like the specific way they laugh?
Yeah.
Or how they concentrate?
Exactly. The small mannerisms. It shows you're attracted to the whole person, you know. The complete package, not just the edited version. That deep admiration really helps buffer the relationship against stress.
Okay, that makes sense. Admiring the whole person. So we have 2 signs left. What are they?
These last 2 really speak to the trust and reliance that builds up, the maturity of the bond.
Okay.
Let's start with sign 5. You genuinely care about their opinion.
And this isn't just needing validation, right? It's different.
Very different. It's seeking their perspective because you actually respect their judgment, their character. You trust how they see things.
So you're not asking because you need permission or you feel insecure.
Right. You're asking because you genuinely believe their viewpoint has value and might help you make a better decision. It's respect for their mind, their way of thinking.
Which means you naturally consider their feelings when you make choices. You want to kind of nurture the relationship because you respect them so much.
Precisely. You value their thoughts, their ideas, not just, their looks or charm.
And that builds directly into the next sign.
It does. Sign 6. You turn to them for advice.
Okay, so moving from caring about their opinion to actively seeking their counsel.
Yes. And asking for advice. That's a huge signal of trust and solidarity. It means you're willing to let them in, to make them a partner in navigating challenges.
Because you trust they have your best interests at heart.
Deep down, yes. You know they aren't going to steer you wrong just to make themselves feel better or because they have some other agenda.
They become a safe harbor, somewhere you can go when things are tough.
A dependable source of comfort, understanding, empathy.
Yeah.
A pillar. That willingness to rely on them, to see them as essential support, that really cements the idea that this bond is emotional, deep, and lasting. It's way beyond just convenience.
Wow. Okay, so those are the 8 signs from that initial feeling of being understood.
All the way to turning to them for advice in tough times.
Yeah. So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway here?
Well, we've gone through these 8 pillars, haven't we? Psychological safety, shared values, that enduring fascination, deep trust.
It seems like emotional attraction is really the glue, the force that makes relationships meaningful and helps them last.
It's the stabilizer. It determines if a connection is just, fun for a while or if it's built to endure. For a lifetime, potentially.
And it all seems to circle back to where we started, in a way.
It really does. Back to authenticity. Because if the strongest bonds rely on feeling truly understood, that's sign 1.
And being able to be completely vulnerable, sign 8.
Then it leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener, to maybe explore on your own.
What's that?
When was the last time you really took that emotional risk? The risk of showing your unedited, complex, maybe even messy self to the people you care most about. Because maybe, just maybe, making that effort towards radical authenticity, that could be the key to deepening those connections right now, something to think about.